This is Eyewitness News Mornings on KBFX Fox 58.
Good morning and thanks for being with us. I'm Rob Finnerty alongside Caitlin Reardon. New this morning, and while you were sleeping, Army Sergeant Bo Bergdahl returned to American soil.
But the prisoner swap that got Bergdahl his freedom is still causing a firestorm on Capitol Hill this morning. Steve Kastenbaum is live right now in San Antonio, Texas, where the soldier is getting medical treatment. Good morning, Steve.
Bo Bergdahl arrived here in the early morning hours at the San Antonio Military Medical Center, and this is where the reintegration into society will begin, with a huge team of experts here to work with him, hold his hand through this process every day. Today, the first day for Bergdahl back on U.S. soil. I'm not hearing the pack. Sure. So the process that's going to happen here can play out over a long period of time. In fact, the military tells us that there is no time frame for this. They do this on a case-by-case basis, and the only person who can determine how long the reintegration process will take is Bo Bergdahl. They have all sorts of experts here who have been training for this. In fact, they've been rehearsing for this moment for weeks, and they're employing lessons that were learned when other prisoners of war came back to the United States from Vietnam, from Korea, and even from World War II. So they know what men like Bergdahl go through after spending several years in captivity. And there's a process, a very specific process that they feel they need to follow in order to help them ease their way back into society. Now, everyone wants to know when the reunion with his parents will take place. We're still waiting for word on that. We anticipated that it would be sometime soon, but his parents just released a statement not too long ago saying that they're not going to make their travel plans public. So as of right now, we don't know when they'll be reunited with their son. In San Antonio, I'm Steve Kastenbaum. Back to you.
All right, Steve, thank you very much. 7:02 is now the time back here in Bakersfield. Aaron Perlman has got to check on the forecast right now. Hot day today, but not as hot.
Yeah, not as hot. And here's the thing, Rob. You look at the weather and you're thinking, boy, graduation looks great over at the university. What can we expect for this upcoming weekend? Well, I tell you what, this is what we're looking at here for us for today. Going to see temperatures for this Friday around 90 degrees. By Saturday, headed to 92. Father's Day weekend also this weekend. Not just the graduates, going to be running to 94. So it's going to be a hot weekend for everybody. But the positive news, it's seasonal, and in the mountains, 75 degrees here for us for this Friday. Saturday, 74, and Father's Day, boy, look at that, 76 degrees. Perfect weather for the mountains except for the strong winds today. Those winds, gusting up to 40 miles per hour, will make fire danger very high for this upcoming weekend, so do be aware of that. But it's also keeping temperatures at seasonal strength for today. Coming up in just a bit, we'll take a closer look of the graduation and what to expect for those temperatures. For now, I'll send it back to Rob and Caitlin.
All right, Aaron, thank you very much. Bakersfield Congressman Kevin McCarthy is now the sole candidate for House Majority Leader, which would give him the #2 spot in the House behind Speaker John Boehner. This coming after Texas Republican Pete Sessions announced late last night that he's dropping his bid for that position, which clears the way for McCarthy. Sessions says winning the seat would have created divisions within the party. The announcement comes just days after Republican Eric Cantor lost his Virginia primary. The election for Majority Leader is expected to happen next Thursday. We'll keep you posted. And President Obama is coming back to the state of California. The White House says the president will arrive tomorrow morning in Los Angeles to attend the Democratic National Convention. From there, he will head to Anaheim to deliver the commencement speech for UC Irvine. Also, New Jersey Governor Chris Christie will be visiting California today. He is here to support California Republican gubernatorial candidate Neil Kashkari at a campaign fundraiser in San Francisco.
Happening now, will the U.S. be deploying back to Iraq? The White House is now weighing its possibilities in responding to Islamic militant attacks on cities in Iraq yesterday. President Obama held a meeting with his national security team to discuss options, including possible airstrikes and intelligence assistance, but not ground troops. The militants have vowed to overrun Baghdad. And will the escalating fighting in Iraq drive up gas prices? As the violence increases, oil futures have now climbed to $106 a barrel. That's a 2% increase. Now, if oil prices keep heading north, analysts say gas prices could jump more than 20 cents by summer. This morning we checked for the lowest gas prices in town. Right now you can fill your tank with unleaded for $3.79 a gallon at Gas for Less on South H and Bell Terrace. Don't forget, gas prices can change at any time.
And new this morning, 3 people are now in jail facing charges for attempted murder of a child. Last night, police arrested Harun Pimatal, Sherry Alvarez, and Kathy Yoval at a home in the 1100 block of Oregon Street in East Bakersfield. The 3 were taken into custody after detectives say a 2-year-old was brought to Kern Medical Center yesterday morning showing signs of abuse. A 5-year-old was also taken from that home and placed into protective custody. The suspects face a long list of charges, and both children are expected to survive. Elsewhere, Kern Medical Center is planning to lay off 51 people and close 2 departments after years of financial mismanagement. KMC is losing as much as $30 million a year, and yesterday officials outlined a plan to help stop the bleeding. Under the new plan, 51 people would lose their jobs, 60 vacant positions would be cut, and 2 departments would be eliminated altogether. The layoffs would affect mostly nursing support staff, IT, and office workers.
We take a layoff very, very seriously. We recognize these are people's lives we're talking about. This is their livelihood. This is how they feed their family.
The County Board of Supervisors is expected to approve the proposed plan on Tuesday.
Graduation is now getting underway at Cal State Bakersfield. The ceremony began at 7 o'clock, and our own Amity Adrisi and Miles Musio are speaking at today's ceremony. This week, more than 2,000 students are turning their tassels at this year's 44th commencement. Another commencement ceremony will be held tomorrow morning at 7, and you'll remember CSUB was recently named by Time magazine as one of the top 100 colleges and universities in the nation. A new taxi service that lets you hail a cab using your smartphone is now in Bakersfield. We're talking about Uber, and tonight you can download the app during a launch party. Uber lets you order rides online, but not everyone's happy about it. Taxi drivers in Europe staged a strike over the app, saying the service isn't regulated. Here at home, Bakersfield is rolling out the welcome mat with an Uber launch party at 8:30 at the Padre. From now until June 30th, you can get 2 free rides up to $20 each around town. By bringing a new or gently used swimsuit to any city pool today, you can swim for free. The city is holding a swimsuit drive to help those in need, and all city-owned pools, including McMurtry Aquatic Center, will be accepting donated swimsuits today from 1 o'clock until 4. I have many that I could give.
Yeah, gently used, I hope.
Gently used or new. That's the criteria.
Yeah, but really gently, like almost new. Like you took it out of the bag, tried it on once, maybe wore it, but you know, some people tend to relieve themselves in ocean water.
Just good.
Well, it's true, though. You know, we like to report the facts here at Eyewitness News.
Do we, Rob?
We do, Caitlin.
Okay.
All right, 7:08 is the time. Up next, J-Lo turns up the heat for the opening ceremonies of the World Cup. Did you see it? Ahead, why the superstar almost didn't show up again.
And this career criminal was accidentally freed from prison. Coming up, the mistake that was made and what happened shortly after his release. But first, a look at this day in history.
In times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me.
Yeah.
Speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my
Great song. I love that song. It's such a classic. The Beatles are amazing. Today on June 13th, 1970, the Beatles